Welcome back to Cheers Collective Consciousness after quite a few months, but that's okay.
I'm not doing anything.
Why? Because lives get busy and things get busy and people go on holiday.
Which we're gonna talk about our own experiences of being in Bali.
We went to Bali.
Do you wanna kick it off?
You want me to kick it off? Okay.
Okay. So what did? Let me ask you a question. Because it was your first time, really, actually being out of. Oh, not being out of the country, because you've been out of the country, but your first time being in Bali, first visit, like myself.
Yeah, just a different area of the world. I've only sort of been to like Australia, you know.
No, you went to.
Oh, I did Peru, but yeah. True.
That's still going.
True.
That's still going to another place other than.
It's hard when it's a distant memory. That was a long time ago, but yeah, I even pretty much forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, what was your question?
Oh, let's just kick it off to start off with. I wanted to actually acknowledge how you helped myself, who I had trouble flying. Well, actually, I don't have trouble flying. It was an experience that I had many years ago that kind of left me quite traumatized. And so you kind of just talked to me through that when I was getting a little bit in my head.
So that was about turbulence on the plane, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So you had a bad experience with turbulence and you weren't really comfortable when it came up. Being it was a 10-hour flight, there was going to be turbulence.
Yeah.
And then the first time it happened, you felt very uncomfortable. And then what did we learn? We learned that from a podcast. So I talked her through basically something that I heard on a podcast, or that we both had listened to, which we'll talk about another time. But it was a step process to sort of talking out what you meant to write out, because then you meant to read it later. A process of breaking down where you are in that moment, wasn't it? Really? Mm-hmm. So I don't have my notebook.
It's kind of like what your I guess what your initial thought is, and then asking what the actual feeling is behind that.
That's right.
And then going a little bit deeper than that, what's beneath that, basically. So when I was experiencing that, it was really intense, because in previous times I've always just kind of self-regulated, breathed. I've had music playing.
What we call that, pushing it down.
Well, no, it's not pushing it down. It was just helping. It was helping me just to kind of work through when I had some kind of anxious feeling around the turbulence of, fear. But it's the thought. So I was just soothing myself. I wasn't kind of, pushing it down. But this time it was more of, because I think it's been a while since I've travelled long distance, that kind of came up really intensely. And having you just talk through the steps of, asking me, okay, what are you feeling right now? Oh, I'm fearful, feeling very scared. Okay, why are you scared? Because we're going to fucking crash. And then I think it was something else that you asked me. It was like, I said to you, I'm just really, really scared. I don't think I've ever acknowledged it in that way before. And when I spoke those words, it basically just kind of like, okay, now I'm gonna cry.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's just you're scared.
You word it to yourself, yeah.
And that allowed me to. Allowed the emotion to come up and just have a cry about it, really. And I felt like that was a mean release in that moment. So that the rest of the duration of the flight was a lot more smoother and calmer.
And coming back
was okay. It still, sits a little bit, but not as intense as what it was prior to that. So it was
more tiredness.
Yeah.
I'll rock with this.
Yeah, when they have to drop to clear any kind of turbulence, they do have to drop now and again. That kind of makes your tummy drop too with it, like if you were on what do you call those roller coasters?
Yeah, yeah.
So it kind
Some
of felt
people
like
love
but
that.
was okay. Yes.
Some people don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends, eh?
Yeah.
Other than that, I think I was fine.
Yeah. So you think you shifted something in that, being able to sort of release it?
I feel like I did. I feel like, because after that, even if I did feel any kind of, again, it is to do with the thought. You have an initial thought, which then I guess creates a feeling about it.
I think when you said you were scared and the fear is, I'm going to crash and die, I think we dove more into that in the sense of, well, we're not going to. They fly all the time. This is the story you're telling yourself. I think that was sort of where it went, and then you sort of released it. So there was more talking involved, but it was just those were the basic.
Well, because it was full on. It was just quick and fast, basically. But to have yourself talk me through that just was really. I think I'm really grateful for that, because otherwise I would have just kept soothing myself and breathing through, those moments of flying. Whereas, because I said to myself in that moment, I'm sick and tired of fucking feeling like this and having this, because I just
when you fly all the time. Well, you do fly often.
Well, to Aussie, that's short distance, only like 3 hours. Yeah, you still have it. But like when it's going to be further,
longer distance. Because we were both worried about that. We must put that. Yeah, we were both worried about it. But I felt confident in that moment to be able to do that, because I can bring out just like a couple of weeks before that, we've been having some stuff happen, on our side, and my daughter had a time where she was really sick and unwell.
Oh, yes.
I had to call the ambulance. Yeah. And anyway, the story behind it. But I hadn't seen you for a while, I don't think. And I think I sort of suppressed that very strongly within. And you talked me through that when I saw you, and I was like, this keeps coming up, and I think obviously the guidance of when I experience it from you, I feel like I can sort of give it back. Again, you're learning and stuff from each other. And, you fully cleared, it was just a fear of anything happening to your kids and them dying, because, you can't sometimes help them in that moment, but you want to take everything from them, but they need to experience it. But of course, it is a fear of losing what's very special to you.
Your thoughts are creating a story on what is happening in that moment.
Yeah,
and so you start to create the scenario of what if, as in a future.
Yeah,
kind of. Yeah, so it's like that's where the mind will take you.
What if this happens? Yeah, what if it happens again? I'm in fear of, it's just sort of like get rid and clear that, and then just deal with each moment. But again, I was so stressed from that moment, and then leading up to this had been happening for a little bit until I saw you, to be able to really talk about it. I had been suppressing it. That's what we discovered,
Yeah.
And again, the crying, the speaking, exactly how you mentioned yours, me speaking it and saying that brought it up. Yeah. So it's definitely the acknowledgement of what is.
I think I kind of like want to say you didn't repress it.
No.
Or suppress it, because I know those two words are very different in a way. So I think it's when we don't allow ourselves to be in the moment,
to feel it, that's
in the moment and feel it and embody
trying
it.
to be strong and
push, you obviously had to kind of
get through it.
Be strong in the moment for your daughter. Yeah. So therefore, I'm just going to put aside what I'm feeling right now, and I'll come back to it later on.
Yeah,
when I get the chance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think, I don't think it was you was trying to push it away.
Yeah.
Just like right now I need to put on the back burner.
Yeah.
And I'll come back when I can.
Because you are meant to feel things in the moment, but like you say, you can't always. But then as long as you come back to it, because, until I spoke about it, it was, probably still dormant, because I was worried every time it was going to come up. definitely.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no. You
Yeah.
know, so there was definitely still something. But anyway, that I feel helped me, help you, you know, just
I think when you've got people they're you know, on the journey of growing and learning within ourselves, then you can help one another through situations intensified like that. You know what I mean? So to have that, like again, I said, I've never ever allowed myself to feel it and really allow it to come up to surface to then acknowledge and identify what it is, and then just let it go.
crazy.
Like, oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I've experienced that through you a bit with root cause for other things that we've been working on. So, but then I think it's seeing that you're releasing that as well. Like after I said, like I sat with you, I was like, oh my God, like definitely feel way better, like from releasing it, like you say about the turbulence and releasing it, like you actually notice the difference. It's like, wow, all I needed was a great cry.
Yeah.
And the support. But like, and actually really feeling it and working through it.
Yeah. I think there's talk therapy, and then there's talking through something to bring it up so that you can really then have someone say, okay, ask you questions to be able to inquire of what I'm actually, what am I actually really scared of right now.
Or blocking it, It's like, no, I'm not going to inquire anymore. There he goes, like, no, we're done.
Because that's where you want it, that's what you want
to push past,
Yeah, because that's where I think you don't want to feel the pain.
Yeah.
Right?
And so we cry or bring it up or whatever emotion comes.
Yeah. That's when addictions will come in.
I'll just have this.
Yeah. To soothe and just mask. I don't want to deal with that right now, so I'll just cover it up. But we don't. We're I think more. I think we've come to learn to that it is really important to
go deeper.
Yeah, just feel what we're feeling. Like I know in that moment. Yeah, I really feel like you need to do more of that. And if you can't in that moment where you are, then just I
come back to
it a little bit later on when you're in a space where you're either by yourself and you've got someone with you, or you don't,
or jot some notes down because, like me, I forget things really quickly.
Write it down.
Jot it down and then come back to it.
Yeah.
There's other things we've learnt which we can talk about later, but you know, the truth cleansers and that, like that lady, I can't even remember her name, can you? But the one that the
Byron Katie.
No, the one before that we were listening to. There's so much we've got.
They all kind of they all. I feel like they all intertwine together. They've just whatever's worked for them is what they're now sharing to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And it's like anybody that's found something that works for them in moments and situations, and it's brought them into being more an awareness of themselves.
Which is what we bring in, you know, certain things. But I don't know if that one had a name, but just to be able to look her up, she's really good. Yeah, she was. That's okay. Anyway, Mel
Robinson. Yeah. But anyway, I wanted to just shout out to that and just say thank you for that, Bobby, because that was awesome to have that support.
Thank you for mine too.
You're welcome. I will send you my invoice later. But we're going to talk about Bali.
Okay.
Epic. Yeah. Awesome holiday.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm going to say is that if you want to go on like when people ask you, how was Bali? I just share how I experienced it.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a third world country. It's not the most hygienic place to be in, but if you can, like for me, if you can look past that, you're going there to experience
the culture.
You're going there to experience whatever it is that you want to experience, to be honest. And I loved it. Like I didn't mind that. Yes, it is, and it's like, fuck, it's hard to see that but it's normal. If it's normal for you, well then I don't see why it should be a problem for me.
Yeah.
I come from a much more cleaner and a place that's got more systems.
Yeah, but it just makes you grateful for that too, you know?
It does. But then I think when I spent time with some of them, the people of Bali, Balinese, is they also are very grateful for what they have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They pray every day, like more than once a day.
Yeah.
And they have such a high belief in something that is higher than them that they pray to constantly, like everybody, like some people do, you know, however your God looks like
whatever
to you.
it looks like, yeah.
And there's temples just left, right, and centre.
And what did we learn about the kites? We were like, there's kites everywhere. It has to mean something. And it does. It means they're constantly putting out and talking to the higher, whatever they call power, being closer to it. So
yeah,
cool.
it's being closer to
who they're praying
spirituality and the higher universe.
So cool.
Basically. So yeah, so like a place like that, when we, I guess, what did you hear prior to going? You heard some things about it that were shared to you.
Yeah.
Did that kind of put any little seeds in your head? Or different, a kind of, how can I say?
Not
any expectation of.
The expectations were like photos and stuff from what I saw, not what people said.
Okay.
Of like the crystal clear waterholes and stuff, which definitely are in parts of Indonesia, but I thought that Bali was like that. And then we probably didn't see most of Bali either. We probably only saw, 2 towns. It's quite big.
Yes, it is.
So we didn't see a lot, and we were in more the town area, Seminyak.
Yeah.
Went to Ubud for a day, sort of thing. So we were in like the shopping zones, what they call it. And then we did a day out doing the activities out in Ubud, again, super busy. But again, the cleanliness, it is just a shock, because it's like, oh, wow, like, I mean, you want to help too, right? It comes from a place of, oh, I would love to clean up, and, that would be so cool, and just have it nice. And again, you don't want this pollution, and again, like, we're trying everywhere around the world to get rid of the plastic, and we don't want it in the sea. But the only things that got told to me were about, obviously, the Bali belly and what you eat and blah, blah. And I just prepared for that in case. That was all. But, other than that, I don't think I took too much on. Well, I tried to not, because that's something I'm practicing. In a sense. I was afraid of travelling long distance, so that's something I feel like came over, a fear. I don't know, maybe a belief of just worrying about things. Going somewhere different, just in general, and experiencing the culture. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah.
I felt super safe.
Yeah.
Like I really did.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like I should feel unsafe in another, like it's another world. Really.
Yeah.
It's, but I'm going to say that when people they tell you their experience of, like, whether it be watching a movie, anything that they've done, they're going to tell you from their experience through their mind's eye.
Yeah.
And so what I've kind of realized for me is I will share my experience, but I will always say, I'm going to say from now on is, if you want to go and see it, go and experience it.
But it could be different for you.
I'm not going to tell you, oh, the place is, unhygienic, there's rubbish everywhere, don't drink the water, this and this and that. I'm like, no, I'm not going to, I don't want it, because I didn't have that experience. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just don't want to say that to people so that they can, like,
puts them off it.
Or puts it off it, but then they go on, they're kind of expecting, something. You just need to see things for yourself. You know what I mean?
Just the same as a movie. Someone could be into sci-fi and you've told them about a comedy movie. They're not going to probably like your movie because they like sci-fi.
Yeah.
It's just like that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, for example, Happy Gilmore 2, I love it. It's totally my type of movie. And quite a few people I spoke to, it's not really my thing. I don't really like it. And I was like, well, I loved it. So,
yeah, cool.
Totally different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same as travelling, same as anything.
I just have kind of I think to myself now that I really wanted to say to people, like, this is what I experienced. I absolutely loved it. But if you definitely go and check it out for yourself.
Yeah, but the people
see what you think about it.
The food was lovely.
Oh, we found our little restaurant down the road, which I think it made a mixture of Indian, Indonesian, Balinese food, as well as Thai food and Westernized
A lot of
food.
them do the mix. There's actually all food types there.
Because they're catering,
Yeah.
for their. But that was because I remember we were in the dairy, and I remember us grabbing those 2 15-litre bottles. Because obviously you don't drink the water there because it's not clean water.
Yeah.
So you drink water bottle.
Yeah.
So we decided we're gonna get 2
All these-
big 15-litre bottles.
We felt like locals that day.
And what a guy wants, some guy.
You want help?
No.
Help you?
No, yeah, that. And then there was another guy that says, "Oh, you obviously don't want to drink the water here." No. Like, isn't it sarcastic?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you don't think the
And then
water's...
everyone was like, strong woman, not need man.
Yeah. It was,
it was funny.
carting that home, but then, I mean, that lasted us to fill up our water bottles.
It was
6
perfect.
days.
We didn't worry about it either. Like, well, I don't feel I did. You got comfortable in the shower, didn't you? You said,
Oh, yeah. And I just thought,
and it was fine.
is it? Yeah.
You didn't get the tummy?
No, because I really feel like that is, for me, I feel like that's food.
Yes.
And
we stuck to what we knew, like
we,
you said.
yeah,
We stuck
we
to
had
what we knew.
we had our breakfast buffet. Mate, that was just epic.
On point.
Yeah.
Not really much
Just
chocolates and stuff if you want to.
Well, I think their chocolate is, again, different to what we're used to here. It's not like an overly sweet chocolate.
Yeah.
So their way of a chocolate is more like a real, I would say, like a proper cacao chocolate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. What they grow.
They had a pancake.
No, I mean the
Buffet?
dairies,
Right.
like nothing, just a few chocolate bars, not like the junk we have here, far out.
No.
I
See, that's
literally
what I mean?
stayed off chocolate the whole time, apart from that one bar you bought. The end.
Oh, yeah,
You know, it was great.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
It felt good. Yeah.
Took us a couple of days. Like I would really say is get your head around the currency.
Mm.
I reckon if you're going to go for like a week to 2 weeks, I reckon 2 weeks might be a bit much. Well, no, actually, I'm not going to say that.
No.
I think however long you go for is just plan how much money you need for activities you need to pay for to get into.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever kind of activities you want to go and do. Taxis, I think it's a good idea if you are going to be there for a wee bit is to get...
we got advised all this, obviously, when we were there, so we'll do it next time.
Get a SIM card to be able, so that you can, like get the bikes. Uber bikes.
Message them or the Wi-Fi.
Well, they're like Uber bikes.
Like
go
credit
get,
card. Go Jet.
Go Jet and Grab.
Yeah.
Are your bike taxis, which I feel like is just an awesome.
How did you feel about that, eh? Bubby wanted to go around the whole island on a bike.
So good, honestly.
It's nice for the fresh air, I must say.
It's just like, as you think of yourself, we're here, we go out for walks and bushwalks, but I've never experienced being outdoors on a motorbike.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like in another country where there's just a swarming of motorbikes and scooters coming at you.
And it was actually so safe, wasn't it? Where I was like, oh my God, but they just will flow. They flow. There's no road rage. There's a few honks, but it's nothing. It's just more like, I'm coming up beside you. It's never aggressive, eh? It's like, beep, beep, warning, beep, beep, or I'm turning,
No, it's not
so
like how
cool.
we here. I feel like they're just so... They're so humble.
Yeah, chill,
because if you think that what they have, like compared to what we've got here, like they don't have benefits and stuff like that. So they have to work in order to survive and to be able to eat and feed their families and do whatever. So I think there is a real gratitude. Like even when I bought a top off that guy down the road from us in the store, $100,000 is a lot to them.
Yeah.
But when you kind of break it down to what it's equivalent to, it's like $10 Australian.
Yeah.
So to us it's nothing, but to them, and he was just like blessed,
he was
grateful
so
for
happy. Yeah. Thanks for coming into my shop. Like,
I'll wait for you to come back again. Like that's what I mean. People like that. Do you help me to?
Yeah, I know.
And this is where we've got to practice gratitude on a daily basis to make sure that we are grateful. When you want to think about something that's kind of taking you off on a tangent that I'm over there, but I'm here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, come back here and then just look at where you are.
Yeah.
Look at what you have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've
so easy to like zone out to instead of being in the moment. Like I just listened to a podcast again about thoughts and that, and it's sort of like, you know, if you're by yourself and that's okay to sort of think and days off, but it's like if I'm here talking to you and I'm thinking about, what I'm going to do tomorrow, it's like, let's just come back. We're not worrying about tomorrow right now. We're here. You know, it's so easy to stuff to jump.
Yeah.
Thoughts to jump, you know.
Because a lot of times our thoughts, which is your ego, which we've come to learn a little bit more about, the ego versus the soul. And we learnt a real fun fact we're going to share, is that, which we heard in a podcast about the lady you were talking about before, is that the mind and the brain are not the same thing.
No.
The mind is your mind where you have your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, how you interpretate things and experiences. And the brain is basically the host for the mind.
And then the soul is
so
again.
I think the
soul again is different.
The soul for me, so you've got your life force in us is a soul. Right? The soul
needs the mind.
Pure consciousness, which is how I kind of look at it is, okay, I'm up here, okay, I want to go down to earth. Cool. This is what I want to be, these are my parents, this is what I want to learn. Cool. Now, you have to now be put under a spell and be asleep to get down there so that you can figure all that shit out for yourself when you're down here. If that ever happens for you in this life.
Yeah.
Otherwise you get reincarnated and you come back again to learn what it is you chose. So it's like you're sleepwalking down here on earth until you become, when you have experiences where you can, the veil gets lifted up, you become more awakened into you to knowing who you truly are, because you start to see clearly. Right, and I'm going to quote you my quote. You start to see clearly. You trust the inner knowing of you.
The feeling. Feel, not.
And even in the darkness, your truth will shine.
And you'll feel what's right.
You are guided by vision, not fear. You trust in the divine timing of everything in your life. And you start to remember who you are. Right, and this is where you start to really kind of figure it out, and you become more awakened. That's when people say, we hear it a lot, is like, oh, you've had this awakening. That to me is you becoming awakening to knowing that you are a soul here on this earth to experience life, right? And then there are people that are still sleepwalkers. They'll get there one day. Do you know what I mean? But where was I going with that?
So what would you say, so if I'm more aware, so I'm more aware now of my soul and that, what would you say in the sense that how I would know that I'm more aware? Do I handle things better? What?
You start to see things a little bit differently to oppose how you would if you weren't
if you were sleepwalking.
Aware of this. So when you become aware, it's like you're aware of situations and how you can actually look at them in a very different light. So that lady that we listened to recently, Byron Katie, who was in a deep depression and was sleeping on the floor, who didn't think or felt that she deserved to have the comfort of a bed, so she slept on the floor. But she was so in her humanness of self-loathing that she could not see the beauty of the gift that we have as life, right? So once that cockroach, which I feel like that was meaning for her, that was her opening to seeing that and realizing, now I get it.
Wow.
I've been in this whole darkness days because of my mind. And what I think
she was
to
like,
be true.
My thoughts.
And that comes down to a lot of, I feel like that comes down to, our programming, our childhood experiences, our own condition, our conditioning and all that kind of stuff. So that is when you start. Everyone I feel like we all will have an awakening at some stage in your life.
Yeah.
But I think when you become more of yourself,
triggers to start the process of learning.
I think also when you realize that life is just happening for you, it's not happening to you, because we always say, "Oh, this happened to me, and I went through that, and I."
Yeah.
I am this and this, blah blah blah. It's like
it just is.
Yeah. There's one quote she says in that podcast I was listening to. She's a great lover of what is. It is just what it is.
Yeah.
Not because I'm a spiritual being, but because it's like it hurts because I'm fighting against reality.
Yeah.
As soon as you stop resisting reality
and just be,
it is beautiful. Like,
Yeah. And just things like you say, you flow with life, but when they come up, you will figure it out, because it's just you're just being. Things happen. We are human.
I think when you have when you experience something like a situation like how we did in Bali, right?
Yeah.
I later on kind of wanted to kind of revisit that myself and thought, okay, how can what was that about for me?
Yeah.
In being, like I was choosing, really my ego was coming in and judging you on something. You know what I mean? So I thought, I need to sit with that and kind of break that down and go a little bit deeper. And I was judging, had an expectation of you, or I have expectations of anyone that is around me, and it's because I've got an identity of you that I'm attached to.
Yeah.
And I need to let go of the expectation and the identity of who you are when you are just you.
And people can't be where you want them to be, which I've learned.
Because you need to let go of
and things.
Yeah, because again, that's the ego wanting to control the situation, wants to control people, so then that way everything in my life is how I want it to be.
Yeah.
Don't step out of the line.
Which is where it's also let them, right? Like Mel Robbins, you can't control people or expect them to be. You just let them do them and you just do you.
Yeah. I think when you're also in your soul's alignment and your true essence, as you become more and more less controlling of life.
With love. And
you're just more in love. There's a knowing that you are whole and entirely infinite.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you you have this trust. And you just but it doesn't just come. You've got to keep practicing. You've got to keep practicing it. Because the ego,
again, like you say, revisit something. Like I had an experience not long after that, with our one in Bali with my own thing back here, and it's an expectation of someone that you want them to be where you want them to be, and it's like, that's their journey, not yours. So go in and look at you and what was the actual problem in me. And they do say, oh, what's wrong with me? She always says that. I don't like to say what's wrong with me, but it's like, where is this coming from? Like, what's the trigger in me? Because there's nothing wrong with you, but it's obviously a thought process or a belief or something that's gone, hold on. So it's just more like go and revisit you, not what's wrong with me. I don't like those terms as such.
There's nothing wrong with us.
Yeah, she says that in a podcast though. And
does she?
Again, that's her wording. But I guess that's just how she brings it back to herself.
Yeah.
But again, you just need to go inward. It's just go back to you, and
what
just revisit.
What is that?
What the issue? Yeah.
What is that?
Well, not the issue. It could be like, hey, let's be more awakened. What do I need to work on that's making me think? Or where is this thought? Or is this thought to be true? Or again, all of those practices come back to, and sometimes they don't happen straight away. And, you can apologize later or whatever if you do think you're wrong, or just then know in yourself, okay, that was me, cool. Well, let's note that for next time. And that's how you grow, right? Practice, like you said.
It's when you find, like, because we listen to a lot of podcasts, when you have tools that have been shared and passed down, is you find the one or couple that really work for you. Do you know what I mean? And even if you come up with your own, and it works through situations, then that's where you've got to pull them out of your belt and you've got to use them. That's where the mind comes in, and that's where you become more aware of yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, shit, I've got these fucking tools in my belt. What am I doing with them? They're just sitting here looking pretty. Do you know what I mean?
Is this true? Let's go inward. Let's journey. Yeah, whatever works. Like
Well, you've got it on your tattoo, right?
Yeah, I got a few. That's my one. Yeah, go inward.
So I look at that one and I remind myself daily.
Awesome.
I flow with the rhythm of life. I'm one with all, but I'm not attached to anything. So I think to myself, well, you got it. It's not coming off. Why did you get it there in the first place? To remind yourself.
Yeah.
Bringing you back to you.
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah. We don't have too many moments in Bali though, anyone.
Yeah, but I think like it's
tiredness and stuff as well can play a part.
I think in life is not meant. I shouldn't say life is not. Life is gonna have bumpy roads,
roller coaster.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like anyone that's kind of like saying, "Oh, everything's just smooth sailing." Yeah, probably 99.9% of the time, cool.
But like you say, you're
going to have moments. Yeah, but you're going to have moments where life is going to show you what is it that
you're here to learn. You're here to learn stuff.
What is it you need to learn, and what is life showing you where you're not going to tolerate something, or what is it
what do you need to release and clear?
Avoiding.
Yeah, avoidance.
Or what am I holding on to? Am I holding on to a story and an identity that is keeping me here?
And that's the bumps. They come up, right? They never say it's smooth sailing. We're human. There are experiences in life.
That's part of human.
Yeah. Otherwise, like you said, if we had no mind, what was it?
You have no world.
You're not even here. You're a soul. You're up there still.
Oh,
wasn't it? You said, it was like the mind is working for us, but the ego can come in just to keep us safe. So we need to, basically know whether the ego's here to help us or it's like, no, we're just, he's holding us back from fear, but fear is fake evidence appearing real. So we want to sort of push past that, but we know when it's either really safe or really not, then go in, feel it. Okay, does it feel right? Does it not? But without the mind, we wouldn't work. We wouldn't function.
Well, the soul would be just pure consciousness.
Exactly. So we'd be asleep.
What you kind of always are. You are that, regardless. Yeah.
Ciao.
Bye. Bye, Caitlin.
Bye, Caitlin.
Enjoy.
Huh? Yeah. Okay. One momento. Sorry, back to it. We're talking about the mind. So
it's like...
So you're saying you would be basically asleep without the mind, because the mind
is like the way you interpretate the world. So without a mind, you're just not, you don't have anything to really experience,
learn or let go.
This is how I kind of have come to break it down for myself.
I'm still getting my head around it. It's so confusing.
Yeah.
It is, but it isn't. And again, it's understanding.
The ego is a part of us.
The ego is the mind, though, right? Or is it still not?
No. So it's part of the mind.
Okay.
Right. The mind is the mind.
Yeah.
And it has the brain as the host because it needs it to be able to filter through things.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it will send messages. So any negative thought that you have also goes down into the body.
Just thoughts, say, or is it like my mind is telling me to move this hand right now?
Yeah. So your mind
to function, function. Yeah.
So it has to.
Cool. So it's not just thoughts. That's all I'm clarifying.
It is the thought. So I have a thought. I need to move my hand. To move my hand. So the mind is in everything in a sense. Yeah. Yeah. Ego is part of the mind, but it's not the mind. It's what I've kind of been learning is that it's, what can I say? It's like it's an existence. It needs to be. It has a right to be here.
To sort of
just
you
as
safe,
much of,
or
well, I don't know how to explain. I'm still learning about the ego, but it's what keeps you from.
Is it the consciousness of the unconscious mind? Because isn't it going, don't do that because we want to stay here, we want to stay safe, but we still need it because it could be telling us to be safe, like, oh, be careful to cross that road. Whereas it could be going, don't go too far because you're scared. Whereas you know you're safe, you're okay, you have a phone. So thank you, ego, for that. We're good.
Yeah.
You know, like, and that, so isn't it like the conscious mind up here, and it's sort of,
No, because that's, again, it's separate.
no, still separate again. There's so much to it.
Well, there is, and again, it's just, I kind of like was just looking at...
I don't want to give wrong information, but we're still working through it as well.
So if you look at the ego, is when you start to have, like, okay, I've experienced my, say my mum is ignoring me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking in my mind, my thought is, she's ignoring me. She doesn't care about me.
She doesn't love me.
I'm not enough. And I'm not wanted. What is that?
That's being unloved, feeling unloved.
What is that? What is that, though?
Which is
ego.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
That's the ego coming into, it fears not being enough.
Okay.
But it has, and that's where your consciousness is aware of the ego and when it wants to come into play. How Byron Katie put it is it's just like your little child within you wants to come and play and really get your attention on things of like a frightened child, right? And like I was saying to you before, so when you I know there's times where I've had my ego come into me where I want to be right.
Yeah.
All the time. And when I'm having conversations with people, and sometimes I run with it and I let it go, and it's not till later on I'm like, did you have to be right all the time, Nairi? Because you're not allowing the other person to have a voice and express what they want to say. So that's where you're more into your soul alignment, is just being in respect of everybody has a view on how they see things, and that's okay. How you see it, opposed to how I see it.
Yeah, because everyone's different. We're all different, and we're all here to learn different things too.
Yeah. So your ego is always driven by fear and scarcity,
which is again still good to have it, because like we say, we need to know that crossing the road can be dangerous, so beware as we learn as
I
kids.
think that is just normal common sense.
Yes.
I'm gonna because you've been taught that.
Yeah.
You were told always check the road before crossing. So you were told that. If you weren't told that, you would just go across the road. Now if you look at a little child that just runs across the road, no, because they haven't been told or taught. You need to check before going. So that's just creating some kind of awareness and common sense within yourself, instilling that. Yeah. But fear's a little bit different of experiencing me in the air of turbulence and then thinking that turbulence is we're going to fucking crash, is ego coming in to knowing that, oh yeah, she's been here before. Let's come out and play with this and see how fun we can get. Do you know what I mean? So that's where the fear would like to come in, because it's just trying to be heard. And that's what I said to you the other day, is you have the ego and you have the soul, which is what you truly are, right? Underneath everything. But the ego has a right to be here, right? And to be really honest, what Byron Katie was saying is that it show it respect, because if you think
thank it and stuff,
I think of it as, I think of the many scenarios that I've created in my head of movies that I think, fuck, I could make a movie out of this right now. I'd make fucking millions. But out of something that
so small,
something someone said or something happened or nothing happened, and so my mind, and oh no,
we're bored, let's like,
yeah, okay, let's have fun. But then it's when you're becoming aware of it, because you know it's just
that it's there to play,
an illusion. It's just you creating something that does not exist.
So don't attach yourself to it right now. It's like, we haven't crashed. We're not crashing.
No, so I've got to think to myself, why was I feeling that? Because of an experience that I hadn't fully let go of, which we did. Yeah. And so now the true kind of, I guess, testing would be to see when I fly again, what we did home was all good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the more I keep flying, the more I'm not allowing the ego to come in. And even if I do have it, and it will just see it.
Yeah.
You'll see it pop in.
Yeah.
So
be aware of the ego, as in, like, 'cause they say the ego is more, it's throwing things at you. You're going to crash. You're scared. Blah 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 blah. So that's more the ego of a fear side, instead of going, we're okay.
That's
so
part
being
of it.
aware of it. Eh?
Yeah, being aware
and being
of
like,
it.
thank you. I know we're all good though, but thank you.
You're like, oh, that was a good one. Yeah. She
Yeah.
goes, oh, that was good. You know what I mean? And I do that sometimes. I'm like, shut up.
Thanks for the play. Cheers.
It focuses on, so even like it wants to compete and compare, right? It can be, like I noticed it the other day, was it yesterday actually, somebody said to me, oh, what? Tell me why are you guys doing this podcast again? She was like, why? And I was like, why not? And she was like, well, so do you have a particular audience that you're, I was like, no.
Anyone who wants to
But
listen.
I could feel myself getting a little bit kind of annoyed and ticked off, because again, I had to go revisit that, and I was like, you can see when someone has a very limited mind, and it means their mind is
questioning me.
Their mind, no, it's not questioning me, is that their mind is not opened. When your mind is open to the possibilities of infinite shit in this world, which there is that you are unlimited. When your mind is closed, you're not.
Yeah.
Right? So you're not open to the possibility. Instead of just like, oh, how cool that you guys doing a podcast. But it had forgotten what I had a conversation with that person about it prior before, and I was re-questioning me again, and I was like, okay, really doesn't fuck me off. And I just knew that the ego, because I could feel myself in my response was getting very defensive, and that's the ego coming in to protect and getting defensive, because I'm allowing it to affect. What do you mean? Instead of just like, well, because we're sharing our perspectives to help other people see things from a different light. I'm just shining light, and maybe instead of looking at it this way, look at it that way.
So talking
about
that situation, in that moment, did you stop yourself? Like you felt it and then you sort of just left it, or did you let the ego come out?
It was coming up, but I didn't allow it to come out too strong as I would have before. Yeah. Because I just thought, because she was like, oh, I'm just trying to understand it. And I was like, boom, there it is right there. I can't make you understand something that you don't understand. I can only tell you that I'm doing this because I'm just doing it for fucking humanity, man. Yeah. And I could see myself just like, why are you fucking questioning? Like, can you not see? Yeah. Just like,
not open. Just remember, not open.
So I was like, okay, I had to leave that conversation. I had to leave that conversation because I was just like, you're in your head right now. Yeah. Step into your heart and realize how cool that you're doing something like that. Yeah. Way to go. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm not because it was like there's no end result. No. But this person, I think, was looking for an end result.
And some people want end results. Yeah. Some people function like that.
What's your goal? Yeah. I need to know what the end goal is. There is no end goal, bro.
No. Yeah. No. We're just
doing it.
Sharing.
Just sharing. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But they don't get it.
Can't get that. And again, I have to learn to bring myself back into love and compassion and be like, that's cool.
That's
you don't get it.
Can't explain it. Yeah.
I can't make you understand something.
And that's
but
where
you're not open to seeing it.
And that's where the agree to disagree can sometimes need to come into. You're not always going to see eye to eye to people.
No, because she was looking for a justification for me doing what I do. Yeah. And I'm like,
no. And you'd end up going round and round in circles.
And I just thought to myself in that moment, I don't feel the need to justify what I'm doing, not saying it was in a bad way,
to you, but
just like
I don't think you'll understand because you keep
You're
questioning
not getting it right now because I'm giving you the answer, but it's not good enough.
She doesn't want to accept it.
Yeah, well, actually, no, it's not good enough. Is that because you don't get it? Yeah, because you're not
open.
You're clearly not seeing it, and that's cool. Like I had to. That's where the ego is.
But you noticed it. That's all. Yeah.
But I could feel myself getting very defensive. My ego wanted to be like, yeah. Whereas the soul would be just like,
Sure as.
For love.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, bless.
Do you know what I mean? We're doing it because we're doing it for love.
Oh, good.
It's all about giving and giving.
What we're learning to be and
That's where you step into the more soul. But you
so it's always going to pop up. So no matter what, like they say, an awakening is still cool. You're aware of things, but you're still always learning because there's always still going to be things that do test you, but it gets easier. I think that's when they say you're not ever healed. You're always healing.
Yeah,
because you're constantly learning, and
And I think life is whatever you want it to be. It doesn't have to be the way that you've been told it has to be.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Take away everything from what you've learned and rebuild it to whatever you want it to be.
Yeah. All the time.
Yeah. Beautiful, Bubby.
Yeah. Life will always test you. Yeah. I'm like, oh, that was a guy cuss.
Yeah. And it's fun being more on stuff.
Thank you.
It really is. Because it's exciting as well. Because it's like, oh, I saw it pop in. Yeah. Like, and that's just like, wow, that's where the
when you know
learning
you're becoming awake. You're becoming more awoken to yourself.
Yes.
Awakened.
Yeah.
Is that you're aware of, because you're in the present moment.
Yeah.
When you're not in the present moment, you're over there, you're thinking about something else or someone else, right?
Yeah.
But when you're in that present moment, and I like what I keep saying Byron Katie, it's because I've just listened to it.
I know.
The present moment is, for her, is about love.
Yeah.
You know?
Which they always say come back to love, of course.
You're coming back to love, and I'm here with you right now. Yeah. I'm not thinking about
anything else.
My mum who's in hospital or something like that.
Like I said, dinner, lunch tomorrow, whatever. Yeah. You're here now. Well, we could attach that podcast.
Yeah.
Because it is a good one, and we spoke a lot
she's
about
got
the mind. And
yeah, she's got so many. I only heard it through a chick that I follow on Instagram who started talking about money and how she kind of turned that all around by listening to 3 people.
Oh, okay. She's got quite a few
Byron
books too.
Byron Katie, Tom. I'm not Tom. What's his name? Mr. Robbins.
Oh,
Tony Robbins. I was Tom. Tony Robbins, and there was somebody else she mentioned, something Hendrix. Anyway, I looked up Byron Katie.
I listened to the one with her and Jay Shetty.
Yeah, that's one.
Oh,
she's on
right. Yeah. But she's quite, not saying, but to us, she's new. Again, this is how you learn, and this is what we like to share because it's good knowledge. But that podcast with Jay was from 2020.
Yeah.
So, still quite a few years ago. Yeah. But again, it's just, he's obviously never spoken to her before, and he's done a lot of podcasts, spoken to a lot of people. So it is just getting your word out and what works for you and what's different, and just adding to all the knowledge and how people get out of their funk, and, helps other people go, they actually really work for me,
Yeah. And I think,
cool.
Yeah, because this chick was just like, she listened to a few people. She said she watched The Secret, but it didn't really speak to her.
Yes.
And then when she came across Byron Katie, she said, I just felt this woman, and you'll get this with anyone that you listen to, is she said, I just felt what she was saying just really moved me, and it spoke to her cells.
Yes.
Which really, like, she's the one for me that's going to help me turn my life around.
Yeah,
basically.
Awesome.
And that goes for anybody else in this world. You will follow people that you are more drawn to because of what they say, how they hold themselves, how they express themselves. Everyone is going to be drawn to someone or something different.
Which is, remember what we heard ages ago, I don't know why I'm thinking of it now, but Mel Robbins was like, like she's written books, she's been around for a long time, and she was so scared to do a podcast. She's like, I can't, man up to like Jay and that. And they were like, what do you mean? Like, you're different. You're a woman. There's different things about you, the way you say things, the way, you everyone has something different, like her let them theory,
totally.
Byron's a truth thing. There's so many different things, and she's massive, and I love her approach too. So it's just, and again, that's probably what we're doing here. We're just sharing what we share. You like us, cool. You don't, cool. If you get anything out of what we say, cool. Sharing the love.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah,
and that's what we're doing here. And truly miss this.
I know. We were like, we're going to do so many in Bali, but we were just having such a good time.
Wow.
And then flying.
You've got to really take into account that when you do fly, and it's going to be a long haul, is just always have those first 2 days of rest.
Yes.
Totally just rest your body. You want to allow your body to, and we actually asked ChatGPT, what can we do to kind of help ourselves get over our jet lag, not quickly, but just in a real natural kind of way, so our bodies are calibrated to the time zone that we're actually in. So going outside, grounding yourself in sand and
fresh sunlight.
The first sunlight of the morning. Like when I got home here, I stayed awake. Yeah. But I didn't really kind of follow through with getting to bed early enough. But that's okay. I figured that out later on.
But we weren't too bad after that day rest and that. Like we weren't too bad.
What time did we arrive on Saturday?
In the evening.
Afternoon.
But it would have been
about 4 or 5 o'clock. And
it would have been AM here by the time we went to sleep there, though.
Because it's only a 4-hour difference between Bali and New Zealand, to be honest. And I thought it was longer, but it's not.
No.
So it was, there was like 5 o'clock, I think, 5:30.
So we stayed up quite late that night when we probably shouldn't have, but it would have been like 2. Yeah, but it would have been like 2 AM here. So, and we had been up, early.
Yeah, we went to bed at like 9. Because we got up, we got there, got to
so early
showered,
morning.
Went down, had a look
I'm not
around.
used to early morning. Getting over that, plus travelling. Oh, added extra.
Yeah. I will definitely I would definitely say have some things to help you with that flying, and also when you get to your destination, is just have a kind of a plan on how you're going to set yourself up for those first 2 days to get into a normal sleep pattern, to then be able to enjoy your holiday.
Yeah, because you want to do stuff, but we were just both like, nah, there's not.
Yeah.
Just going to lie here and chill.
Just chill.
Which is why you can enjoy the place in those first 2 days. Like with the pool, with the sun, we still chill, we enjoyed the place. And then our other days we were busy. So it was perfect, really. Yeah. And then the last few days we chilled there as well. So it was good. It was really
good. You can actually hire a taxi guy over there if you want to go and do activities. You pay them. I don't know how much it is. How much was it that we paid for our guy?
It's like $40 for the day.
But how much is it in Balinese? How much is it in
2 million?
Was it 2 million? So 1 million each?
Yeah.
Which
is $100 here, I think. So that was for the week. That's for the week.
No, for the day.
Oh, the day was cheaper.
So that's what I'm saying. What did we pay for him to take us around that day?
$100. So
$100 each or $100?
No, it was each. But he said it shouldn't have been. Traveling.
So that's $100 each. So that's $1 million rupees in Indonesian money each, which is 100. When you convert that, it's $100. So we both took about 400 New Zealand dollars, converted that into Balinese or rupees, whatever you call it, money, and that both got us about $4 million, which we thought, we're rich. We're millionaires. But
it's still equivalent, even though it's cheap for us. So 100,000, there for them is a lot, but it's only $10 for us.
Yeah. So 4 million was enough when we really thought about it. But if you want to do a lot more kind of like more activities and shopping, then I would take roughly anywhere no more than $2,000 or even 1,500 and convert. I'm just saying that's just giving you an idea. We took $400, we converted $400, and that gave us 4 million. So if you do $1,000,
yeah, are you talking their money or?
I'm talking about just anyone in New Zealand that wants to go and travel. $400 got us 400 million rupees, depending on what the currency rate exchange is at that time. But roughly, I would say anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500, no more, for your shopping, for your food. Food is really cheap there if you find a nice little restaurant like we did.
There are your expensive places. Just
if you want to live it up, go luxury, go hard. Hey,
Yeah, massages are like $30,
which is like 3 million.
Yeah,
Which we got one at our hotel, which was amazing.
it wasn't a million. It was
300,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, $30 roughly.
$30.
$100 here, so the equivalent is so much cheaper.
Probably fucking more than that, bro.
Yeah. So you can, like you say, we just didn't do as much because we only had, a certain amount, but you could do more and spend more.
Yeah, because the shops there, the markets, they're pretty much, I would say, majority of them are the same. Ubud seems to be the place to kind of go, but I found that we had a little market just down in Seminyak, which sold still the same kind of things, like and you got all the shops that got like all the sandals and the Nikes and the shoes and the Michael Cross bags and Chloe. I don't even know who she was to start with. And what was the other brand?
What?
You got Chloe, you got Michael Cross, and is it Gucci? They don't do Gucci. They also, and it's all imitation.
They had everything. They had Louis Vuitton, everything.
Oh yeah,
but yeah, it's all fake. But
still looks the same to me.
The more you spend, But yeah.
But just like I'm going to say, guys, like don't go there and try and get cheap shit for nothing, because you just keep in mind that's their living, right? And that's for them to pay whatever they need to eat, survive. Whereas it's nothing to us. Yeah. I kind of, and you can get quite caught up in that whole barter, and because you hear people doing it, you know what I mean? And I just think to myself, 300,000 for a pair of sandals or whatever that are Birkenstocks. I didn't even know that was a thing. But I do now. 300, 350, 400. I mean, you'd maybe take an extra 100,000 off it. For $30 compared to what you would pay for it at home, it's pretty fucking cheap. But I know people are like, oh, it's fake. Well,
good quality though.
Still good quality, But leave the judging
to you.
To yourself. Okay. No, just don't even judge yourself. But yeah, go and enjoy it. And I think next time I would definitely love to go and be in the islands and just immerse myself.
Coffee next time, everybody.
Oh yeah, you got. I had one of the guys at work. T actually said to me, he goes, "Oh, did you try the coffee?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "What did you think?" I was like, tasted really good. It wasn't as bitter or kind of how you would have a black coffee where it kind of pings you sometimes. And I said, no, I really enjoyed it.
Didn't taste like poo.
No, because the process is the lawak animal, which is like a cat, beautiful animal, eats the coffee beans. And then poos it out, and someone decided, I think it was a German or someone said, hey, why don't we make coffee out of this? Does something to it in the process of that. And so they separate those beans that come out of it, fry them up, and fucking make coffee out of it.
Yeah, and it's really nice.
Some people just get a little bit, I tried it. I loved it. It was so good. Yeah. We even bought some tea back. Yeah. Butterfly pea tea, which we just had a taste of. Very nice. Yeah. I had a really good time, Bob. I would go again. Yeah. With you.
I would too, but I would love to see more islands next time and blue waterfalls.
Yes, which there are heaps of. But I think we'd probably go to another place.
It was fun being away from winter though.
Oh, it was so warm. We did have a couple of days of that were rain, but it's still warm and it's still lovely. All the time, right? And people actually, there are foreigners that live there. There's some Kiwis and Australians that go live there because it is very cheap to live. Yeah. But I think they are noticing, just like everybody else is around the world, the increase of economy. As well. But you got to the traffic just. It was just epic. Just seeing and they have
chuck up a video for you guys.
Oh yeah, the cops. What do you call those people that do the? You go
like the traffic.
People. They have those guys
to cross there, so no one's getting run over. But it all just works. It
does. Just works. I felt that.
Works. Yeah. You get there like sometimes. In traffic, it takes longer, but that like anywhere. But it just works. There's no accidents, not really anything. I mean, people do probably, but we were fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it works for them, and just really nice people. And there was one thing our driver said to us when we were saying, "Oh, as our leaving our bags in the car." He was like, everything is safe here, and that's why I also had.
Bali.
He goes, people in Bali have karma. They believe in karma. Yeah. They believe, and I think to myself, you're in a country that prays.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I probably would have
unlocked. He said, he said, we were like, oh, okay, that's cool. Again, you worry anywhere. I guess it's just different nature of different people, like you said, that are brought up differently, or some people that may really need it, that do go to that extent to steal or whatever, they're just hustling.
But we've got them here.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I mean. Here, not there, as opposed to.
I don't like when people. No one actually said to me, "Oh man, please, you hold on to your bag." I'm like, hey, why?
No one told me that.
Have you heard that?
No.
Make sure you clutch onto your bag and don't, because somebody will come up and they cut it.
Oh.
So no one say that?
No, I don't know what it said. I think I read that somewhere.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Oh, shit. I think that's anywhere, just because you'll have money on you, and probably a lump sum because you're travelling. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then just don't lose your passport, because then it's just, again, it's not so much. It would be fine, it's just more of a hassle.
Yeah.
Because you need it to get out, right? So
yeah.
It's just a hassle, that's all.
Yeah.
But otherwise, no.
Good.
We went into a few things there, so we will attach some names I think of people we've spoken about, and maybe one of the.
We'll do Byron Katie, and we might do the other one later.
Yeah.
Who kind of.
Can share the J Shetty one because we've dealt with him a lot as well.
Yeah.
That he was speaking to her.
Yeah, because I kind of mentioned her quite a bit in that because I just
who else listening to him. But we've got a lot coming up, and we'll definitely try and keep up.
Yes. Some good things coming in the near future.
Again, it's not something that we're too worried about, like to be on all the time as well. It's just when things pop up, we will do it and share it because it's consistent forever. We are going to get busy, things happen, but we do try and make an effort too. But we also sometimes get tired. We don't want to do it when we're not on point and not flowing or whatever. So,
no, that's right.
And again, it's always going to be there. You can refer back to it. If there's going to be new stuff, then just go and check. If it is, there isn't, whatever. We're just flowing with it.
Yeah. We're flowing with life. Yeah.
So,
is there anything else you want to put on there, Bob, about Bali, or anything you want to add, and just like a last kind of few
words?
Yeah.
No, can't wait to travel one now. Really,
you get the bug. I actually, I'm choosing to stay. Like I would really love to live in another country. Maybe later on in my life, when mum's not here, not making it her like the problem, but it's I just don't feel like I could leave here. So I definitely want to travel around here more.
Yeah.
I really have that feel.
Country, and I don't think I've even seen it all.
No.
So but again, we have kids, we have lives and things. So again, divine timing for everything.
Yes, I'm definitely going to. I'm looking at vans.
Yeah.
Once I sell this car and the pop-up tent, is I want to buy a self-contained van. I really do.
I have caravan in the back of my head, so hopefully that comes about sometime. I'm just letting the universe sort of drop that in when it's ready, when the timing is right. So
you got a tow bar?
It'll just not right now. But I can add one to any vehicle, so that's okay too.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I just feel like that's been in the back of my head for a really long time, and I feel like that'll just eventuate when it's meant to.
Yeah. I've seen some caravans, but I definitely will get a van that you can just chuck your clothes in, get some food, and
gone,
hit the road. Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Some more travelling this summer.
Yeah. you get the bug.
All right.
Finished?
Any last words for you guys?
Oh, I did.
Have something written down?
I did, and I was thinking we could because I like how they ask questions.
Oh yeah.
To one another. Oh, not ask questions to one another, but how the host asks the guest questions at the end of it, which I thought were quite cool.
A few different podcasts that do things like that.
Yeah, which I thought maybe we can do that and ask a question to one another to
We'll
answer.
bring that in next time because I've got nothing on for it. Right?
No, neither.
Otherwise, all I would say would be, if you get a thought, just say, "Is this my truth?" That's what I'm working with at the moment.
Yeah. Is it to be true?
Yeah.
The thought that you are having.
Yeah.
Or you write it down and then inquire within. It definitely is. You need to kind of really sit with something and meditate on it. I don't mean sit and meditate like that kind of meditate, but you just sit in stillness, and then when you write the thought down, then you ask the question, is it to be true? And just see what comes up. But the more you sit in silence, the more clarity and truth will be able to unfold for you from it. It might not happen right in that moment. It might come to you a little bit later on, which is still cool. But practice and sitting in stillness does really help. Yeah. Oh, did you see my quote I put up today?
I did. Did you write that yourself?
Yes, I did.
Hey,
so I was kind of...
Get it up on your phone and show them.
Because
they're probably on your
I like having... Yeah, because I was like, I like Byron Katie's one. That one is all problems are imagined.
Yeah.
And then
worry.
It's imagined. And then there was the one that she said, Einstein said in that podcast was, unquestioned life is like a life not worth living. So the more you question things, rather than it just that is what it is, what if I question that, or question what I'm thinking and believing, can I, is it to be true? So I feel like questioning things is all good. Yeah. There are some, situations I feel that reality is it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
But it's your thought on how you're kind of breaking. Yeah. In your head. Is that to be true?
Yeah. Or is it turning into a worry or a fear that's not even here or real? Let's talk about just quickly, the lady we met. We met an 80-year-old lady on the plane. Look, 80.
No, she was 60.
Oh, I thought she was 80.
No, not 60.
Oh,
she just turned 60. No, so they were married for 35. Sure? So they'd been married for 35 years. And he was
80.
Her 80th?
No, she was 80. And she did not look 80. I swear to God. No, she was 80.
All right, not my bad. Yep.
And
I thought she was 60.
And they had been together a long time.
35
and we were
years.
like, cool, let's ask them a question. Like,
or longer.
How have you survived?
Well, yeah, we yes, well, when it was the question is when
and
you.
How did you look so youthful?
Well, yeah, because when I see an elder, when I see elders, I think they're so wise because they've lived before you, right? Yeah. So I was kind of watching, I'm just observing her.
And she was having a great time.
Oh, she was, and you could just tell by her energy, she was just
loving life,
loving on life. And I said to Nuz, I said, we should ask her a question like how Jay Shetty asks his guests, and so does what's his name, Lewis.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to come up. I was like, what a question. Anyway, we used one of Jay Shetty ones. Is if you if you could create a law that everybody had to abide by, what would that law be? Yeah. And so we asked it as we were all standing up, vacating the plane before the doors open to step into Bali. Yeah. And we asked her this, and she was like,
"Get rid of your worries." In the evening.
Don't worry about anything. So she every night prays of any worries or any concerns that she has, to let go to the universe, because you have no control over those worries, and there's no point going to bed.
And a worry isn't real, and if you worry about things, they become a thing. So you don't want to worry because you're actually worrying about something to make it become true, which you don't want.
And having a prayer before you go to bed to release that up into the universe, is you're not going to sleep with that.
So she had three or four boys, I think it was. So she was like, imagine boys. So we actually looked up on ChatGPT and we sort of asked
we
ChatGPT
actually
to
give us
make
a little ritual at
I've
night.
read it
But
every night
you can say anything that you want at night time. Is like
release all worries that
release all worries that before I lay my head down to rest. Is tonight is for sleeping. It's not for resistance or thinking about anything.
Let my worries turn into mist and
which was really cool.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I've been doing it ever since, and it's been. I still feel really comfortable.
Did I do it? I didn't do it for the last couple of nights, but that's okay.
Sometimes if I don't know it or don't have my phone, like you say, I just say, please release all my worries into the universe. You know, like you say, just into mist and let me have this for sleep. Tonight's for sleeping. And the simple parts of it. And just, thank you. You're being grateful. You're, amen, whatever. So it is, however you want to end your prayer. Whatever you believe.
It's your prayer.
Yeah.
It's your prayer for you to embody.
Yeah. But that was all.
That was a good one.
There's a few last words there.
That was, The only thing I've learned, there you go. There's a question for you. And you can answer it now or maybe in the next episode is, what is the biggest lesson you've learnt in the last 12 months?
To be aware of my thoughts. Boom, that was easy.
That was very easy, yeah.
Can I say the same question to you?
To have no expectations of others.
Boom. And how life-changing have these been? So simple, but so life-changing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool.
That is so cool.
Yes.
All right, we're done.
Okay, we're done.
Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. And we will...
we'll be back.
Yeah, we'll have this chat again soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.